And here we are, the game 3 of the day on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We've got WA up against Victoria in what pretty well is a bit of a dead rubber. I've been talking too much already, and I'll tell you why. He's going to do a lot of work. Lockie Williams. Sorry, I'm just watching Luke down there. Lucas Pastor. I was watching Lucas Pastors, could tell. I don't have a crush. But Lockie Williams is here with me. Lockie, welcome to Lacrosse on a Saturday here, Alan Lewerfield.
Thank you, Tony. Yeah, it's once again a beautiful day down here in Melbourne. We've been blessed with the weather the last couple of days and turned it on once again. Yeah, a little bit of a dead rubber on our hands, but plenty to play for. You know, when these sides face off, there's plenty of pride on the line, and the West Aussies, they'll want to come away, upsetting the Victorians a little bit in their trip to the final, where the Vics, they'll want to keep that momentum and keep the train rolling on to the final when they'll face South Australia.
Well, as you say, WA, absolutely nothing to lose here because, with South Australia getting over the LA Presidents this morning, that basically puts them out of the competition. And they'll play off tomorrow in a 3-4 playoff. But the Victorian team here, will, they'll be looking at trying to get some focus and process in their game for tomorrow's final, which now will be against South Australia. And WA, as you say, Victoria is the same as Victoria. SA is the same as WA. SA. There's always a contest, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly right. And I think for the Victorians, they'll have seen the last couple of games from South Australia and probably not worried, but, there'd be some notes that they would have been taking from those performances, especially the second half last night from South Australia. That was clinical in the win over Western Australia, and then just came out before and did the job on the Presidents as well. So coming into the final with a bit of form behind them as well. So something for the Victorians to think about before that final.
Just speaking of eliteness, do you reckon we're going to see Pumba's foot skills out there again tonight? Because I tell you what, apart from him just not falling over with that soccer skills when he's lost his stick.
Yeah, that was nearly the highlight of the week, I think, yesterday. Yeah,
I reckon that's gone to top one. And I was speaking to Plummy before, and Plummy's just going, hey, look at this. There's bloody, you know what? The boys have got into him about it. So,
yeah, it's good fun. We couldn't help but have a chuckle over here as well. But certainly, he's had a great couple of days, except for that little moment there, Pumba.
I mean, you know what? Great bloke. Great bloke is Brendan Freeman. And speaking of some great blokes, referees today. Just trying to look who's over there.
So we've got Richard Gore, who's going to run with the mic pack on. I think it might be Jai Arambatzis from what I can see out the back as well.
And Luke Keesing.
There we go, Luke Keesing just behind the
ball. I was just looking at who was sneaking behind the post. They are right under our camera over there. So good luck to the boys in black and white. We hope they have a good game too, and it's great that we've got one of them mic'd up. It certainly adds to the commentary when, especially with those penalties, when they're telling what's going on. They can really relay that back. So we hope the viewers enjoy that. A tip here today, Lockie.
It's hard to tip against the Victorians. I think they've been pretty strong the last couple of days, showing no signs of stopping anytime soon. A couple of sort of banged up West Australian side as well, missing a couple, but. Probably the Vics by a couple, I think.
Well, Woody got 5 yesterday in the game against South Australia when, they only ended up getting 7 or 8 for the game. He's going to have to do a power of work here. And, look, they've already seen what's happening in the face-off as McDonald goes down there. But, again, Victoria been very dominant in the face-off. And this we'll see in the first probably 2 or 3 minutes here just where the team's heads are at, with the pressure that's on the ball and with the physicalness that comes. So ball up the top with Plum, just kicks over Hall. He was a master feeder yesterday. Oh, I looked inside and Arambatzis gets his first.
Yeah, this time it's Plum that does the assisting to Arambatzis on this occasion, but yeah, Caleb Hall in the link there. Just too much space on the pick and roll there from Marcus Arambatzis. For a guy of his size, they probably should have seen him amongst the head popping amongst the trees. But a nice little finish there and a good pop off from Plum to open the occasion for Victoria.
And here's been my face-off. Here comes the face-off player of the week to me.
Yeah, Aaron Aldred. He's had a tournament so far. But a little loss there, though.
Oh, look at that, though. He's kicked it down to full forward.
So a little note there for Pumba, I think. Just that's how you
that's
play.
That's how you play with the round ball.
Yeah, the world game.
You wonder whether that'll get brought up in the highlight after. Oh, looked inside. Again, Hall just missing the feed there. Plum up to Hall. Looks. Little Mental just steps inside. Mental with a opportunity, and that runs. Okay, don't kick it now, Pumba. We've already... oh, no, he's left it.
He did have a think about that one, but thought better of it.
So, Freeman, as Victoria come on, and we see WA into attack for the first time. And we got Wood down there to Mello. Mello was good yesterday as well. Who's a Bronkhorst. He was a goal scorer as well. Mello.
Yeah, he was impressive yesterday, Mello as well. Popped up with a couple, so another one that they can look to this game.
Oh,
as Lucas Wood gets that first shot off.
Well, we got a few yesterday, but here come the Blues. Aaron Batsis is straight out of the box. We got Ratchie sitting up the top middle. And just over here to Parsons. Lucas looks inside. Is he going to have two? Oh, little BTB. We like to see some tricks out there, don't we?
Yeah, he's had some start to this game, Marcus Aaron Batsis, really getting a strong possession out there. Travis Kroll, little shovel. And there we go, Marcus Aaron Batsis. He's got number two. Just yeah, nice little awareness off the boards there. Goal opened up for him, and he just slapped that one in the back of the net.
That's a good take in the middle there, wasn't it, from Kroll?
Yeah, exactly right. Such great hands and stick control from Travis Kroll. And,
you can't beat experience, can you?
Exactly right. Just in the cage as well, we probably should have mentioned, Tony, is we've got Luca Blues for the West Australians and Blake Watson for Victoria.
As we see McDonald win there with a break to Smedley. Plum, is he going to put his own highlight show today, Plummy? Oh, I tell you what, Lucas Wood says you can have that one on highlight.
Yeah, great defence there.
A couple of players that know each other well at state. Oh, hello. Aaron Batsis trying for his third.
Yeah, it's nearly exclusively all through Marcus Aaron Batsis at the moment. He's had some start to this game.
Has he what?
Just misses the pass on that occasion.
And you have days like that, don't you? You know, it doesn't matter what sport you play, you have days. And I tell you what, Plummy wish he had one of those days. The 5-hole closed up very quickly.
Yeah, nice save there.
So, Wood doing some defence and now doing some offence. Out the back there to Bronkhorst. McCrone just loses a handle of the ball. And Ben Jones now with the ball. Back down to McCrone. Just running a big arc. Looks and just needs a shot, but it's coming back with interest. We saw this yesterday come back with interest as well.
Yeah, does Darren Ricketts want to share it with Aldridge, or does he want to go all the way? He pulls the trigger himself, and why not with a finish like that?
I tell you what, that's almost a copybook, textbook replay of yesterday, wasn't it? The fast band break.
Yeah, exactly right. Handy little pick up off his toes down in the defensive end there from Darren Ricketts, and went all the way and used every inch of the ground out there to his advantage.
I'll tell you what, if he was doing the long jump, he was right on the mark, wasn't he? For,
he certainly was.
For where he took off. But great, and you know what? But great pace. He gets the ball in his stick, goes at great pace, which puts pressure on the defence to whether he's going. He had a trailer as well, and ball, nice pick up there from the defence.
Here's one for you today, Tony. I reckon Al Glutenay, look out for him. I reckon he might try and find his way onto the scoreboard.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's nearly gone in from just a pass into the middle as Muxlow goes to pick up the ball and gets nailed. Nailed, we said. Straight into the crease. Benny Muxlow, have some of that. And you know what? The great thing about Benny Muxlow is he will stand up and take a hit like that, and he'll bounce back up. He will. But that'll be in the crease with the ball. So look inside. Oh, the butter knife tries to get in, tries to slice his way in. Oh, and again. So passes Quintao, picks the ball up. Oh, looks up the top. And a turnover here to Victoria will go the way of WA. And coming through here, Bronkhorst with the ball. And WA with an opportunity here. They're being pushed very wide by the Victorian team, aren't they? In defence.
It's a trademark of what we're saying from this Victorian defence, isn't it? And pushing them wide and running that shot clock down. So by the time teams get a proper look at it, they're into single digits on the shot clock, which is such a hard place to be dangerous from.
And here he is again. Already got 2. Plum, just that's his second shot. Oh, Freeman, nice pickup one-handed. Didn't use his feet that time. And ball firing from out wide, misses everything. And coming back the other way. And WA will bring it into attack as McCrone breaks out to receive the ball. And he'll look up the top there and he'll find Benny Jones. Muxlow comes on as well. And Mello looks, fires. Oh, nice save again. Great pickup though, off his toes, wasn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. And to keep in possession there as well. It's great work there from McCrone.
And Muxlow just tosses the ball back up to Jones. Jones looks, fires. I'll tell you what, if that one off the side doesn't go, the one at the front in the keeper's chest probably isn't going in either. And I know the clock was running down, but, you know, what about a bounce shot just into the top corners?
Yeah, the shot, not necessarily a bad idea. He had that much time and space, but just the execution probably not quite there in the end.
Hall looks down the bottom. Oh, takes a hit. Nice. Oh, the butter knife. He gets stripped.
Yeah, first time we've seen it, I think, from Tyler Reynolds. Probably put under a little pressure there. Good defence from Ben Muxlow.
Oh, here's a Ratchie bomb. Yes, it is. Oh, great save.
He was homing in on that bottom right corner there was Tim Ratchie. You could see from our position in the commentary box, we were right behind that one.
We had a perfect view of that, didn't we? But what a great little step out there from Blues. But you know what? Picked the shot. Just gave it that, you know, good stick skill. Unlike that one, which goes straight back, and I reckon that's Plummy's third that he's had.
Yeah, still warming up, I think.
Well, he got a handful yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, certainly did.
Oh, and now it's coming back the other way. And here we go. Freeman, this time, steps in, fires. Didn't get it. Oliver misses it. And just picked up Pumba with the ball.
Probably a clever shot there from Pumba. You miss the shot, and you know the deflection found the teammate. So not a bad shot in the end there.
Plum looking for another shot. He wants his first, doesn't he?
He certainly does.
Oh, a little tip. Oh, a little tip was really good.
And great coverage there from Luca Blues to get across. They did really well to shift the keeper there, did Victoria, but was up to the challenge.
And WA will bring it out through McCrone. And McCrone just rolls inside, double comes, still rolling, and losing. And Nyberg, he's just found...
Oh, Drew, he's got Glutenay out the backside if he wants him.
Oh, look at Glutenay. Do you reckon he's going to the cage?
Yeah, he was holding out there, Al Glutenay.
He's not. I bet he doesn't sub now, Glutenay.
Oh, no. What's he doing?
Oh, I tell you what, Al had a perfect opportunity in attack there. And ball, so hit the keeper, so we're going to get a fresh set of 30 seconds on the shot clock. So ball down the bottom, and not that time.
The wind just picking up here down at Altona. You can see the trees out the back of the golf course just blowing a little bit, so a little bit for the players to contend with.
And just picked the pocket there, didn't he?
Yeah, well done there by Doyle. Off to Mentor play.
So Mental being asked to just give it up to me to the top, please. little hidden ball trick. Mental, good stick skills. Here he is. He's been slicing his way in there all week, has Tyler, but not this time. And we're coming back the other way. We see Lane with the ball. Lane. And Lane gets his first of the day. And Thomas Lane, coast to coast.
Yeah, and a handy finish there from Thomas Lane. Just took his time, moved. Blake Watson probably sucked him in a little bit. Blake thought that was heading towards the bottom right corner, moved a little bit early potentially. We're just going to stop for a hydration break, I believe. But, yeah, rather than just blazing away and trying to fire it, he's, slowed it down a little bit and just that bounce shot into the goal. You don't have to put in there 1,000 miles an hour.
No.
Just pick your spot, beat the keeper. That's all you have to do.
Well, lacrosse is an easy game, isn't it? Hey, it is. And it's good that the association has recognised the heat policy out here today. And, cars don't run without petrol, athletes don't run without fluid. And we, as a duty of care, it's fantastic that they've, it does break the game up almost to eight little periods. But
yeah. And, yeah, not just for the players as well, but you can see the officials just across from us, getting the water into them.
Well, you forget about how much running they actually do.
Yeah, exactly right.
In a game like this. While the guys on the bench are up and back and they get a rest, these guys are just up and back. It's good there. And, it's quite an interesting game so far. 3-1 is the score and WA on the board slightly. And we're live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network, and I've just got the socials on, and it tells me Shawnee Clark's watching. I was speaking to Shawn out the back here with the under-18s this morning, out here to do a bit of face-off work with the Australian Sharks alternate, Shawn Clark.
Yeah, fantastic.
So, WA, they'd be pretty pleased to have had that one.
Yeah, exactly right. Just get things moving along now, so hopefully build from there for Western Australia.
So, ball back in the centre, Aldred up against Smedley. And Smedley gets nailed. Gets absolutely nailed.
And now it's a call for the officials to say, did the hit come before or after the whistle? So if it was before...
And I'll tell you what, sorry.
Go for it.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Lucas Parsons, not the guy you want hitting you.
Exactly right, yeah. He doesn't hold back when he lays those hits, Lucas Parsons. So just the 2 minutes there for Lucas Parsons. So there could have been an argument to be made that if it was after the whistle, potentially an unsportsmanlike foul there. But
yep. Well, you again, that 5-minute penalty was sort of on that verge, wasn't it?
Exactly right.
But roughing, and you know what? If you're Lucas, you go, yeah, okay, that was roughing. Yep. I'll take my 2 minutes. But I'll tell you what, there was a rattle with the helmet. I did not see that coming.
He does not hold back, that's for sure.
No, I actually was lucky enough to go to South Korea to Jeonju and see the under-23 ASPACs. And he hit one of the Chinese Taipei guys off about that many steps, and I don't think the Chinese Taipei guy got up from that.
Yep.
Biggest hit I've seen in a long time. But ball here with Hall. And they will be man down. And Plum, and here's the man of the moment with the goal-scoring stick today, Aaron Batsis.
Just wouldn't mind seeing some aggression here from Western Australia. Just they sat off there and let the man come to them. You got the extra man here. Don't be afraid to extend, I reckon.
Well, you see there, back in, Tyler, again, back in. Oh, that's home.
That's in the back of the net. That had to be a goal, I reckon. From our position, that looked like
From our position, that looked like that's hit bottom bar.
We turn around. Scotty Gill says
Scotty
no
says
on
no.
The computer.
He's gone to the replay, Scotty Gill. And you know what? We wouldn't say that that's wrong because Scotty Gill is all over it. Did look from our angle though, didn't it?
Yeah, it was very close there. But yeah, lucky for Western Australia, they still get another look at the man up here, just trailing by 2.
And more than that, they're kicking with the breeze as that one takes off. That had more of the whacker bounce about it than as the breeze picks up here. Nice. And that one also had the whacker bounce. So obviously they've been training on some fairly hard surfaces over in WA.
Yeah, peppering over there at the moment now.
Wood, he's been the goal scorer. Great chicken wing. And ball to be won here. Kicks the ball over. And Nyberg. He'll pick the ball up, kick it to Plum. Still in a man-down situation here.
Just 10 seconds left on that penalty to kill now, so I'll just hold this one out and wait for Lucas Parsons to rejoin the play. 3, 2, 1, and he'll be back out there very shortly.
So they'll have 10 seconds, and he's had a bit of a rest and I think about, and he's probably going to step down here and fire this, I'd say. And does fire it, but misses everything. Oh, no, just must have clipped the keeper. So ball up the top, fires, good save again. And to be picked up here from Lucas.
Yeah, just wanted it more, didn't he? Lucas Parsons-Quinty on that occasion. Head over it.
Oh, good knockdown there in the middle. And that was Muxlow with the knockdown. Just couldn't take the ball with him. Over the top. Good shot there from Kroll. And he gets another one for the day. He's sneaky, isn't he?
Yeah, he certainly is. Yeah, good look there from Lucas Parsons-Quintio. And yeah, Travis Kroll using that experience once again. Too much time and space on that bottom corner.
So he says, Aaron Batsis, if you can do it, I'm all over it as well. And back to the centre, and Smedley's been doing a good job in the centre here.
Yeah, they've...
haven't seen Aldred much in the centre, just quietly.
Yeah, Lockie McDonald doing a lot of the work at the moment, but they've certainly been competitive. It's just a break there, but it's one thing that Victoria has really dominated so far in this competition, but holding their own in there at the moment, just a couple of breaks with those clean losses, but doing a good job.
And speaking to South Australia, you know, I was having a talk to the coaches there, and you know they've highlighted the fact that you know that's probably one of those things that they've got to work on for the final is that face-off.
Yeah, certainly. Cam Adams had a good night last night, and Caleb Hall joins the scoring list.
Hey, not only can he assist, he's got a shot.
Yeah, great finish there. And Marcus Aaron Batsis, his hot hand, he's going to have to find a new hot hand for the day because his stick's just snapped in half out there.
I'll tell you what, though, the top of that stick for the half of it, that'll look good in my hands, and it'd still look big. So, and that's where you see the coaches around the place go, hey, can I have the butt end of that, and we'll make a training stick out of it.
Exactly right.
So, ball again here, Smedley, and there it is on cue, Aldred. He doesn't mind. And it's coming back and bang. So that's a great take from Mental. Oh, no. Plum.
What
no,
a
he
finish
didn't.
there from Chris
Plum.
No,
he didn't. Tell you what, he was talking it up to us before the game. He had a highlight reel yesterday, and he's got another one today.
Wouldn't there? There's just a little green over to us as well there from Plummy. What a finish there.
Hey, little bit of air, Plum, just to put it in the back of the net. And doesn't he like that? He'll go and sit down at the back of the cage there and just go, boys, did you see that one?
It's been one of the great things about this week so far. We've seen sort of that outside of the box thinking and, you know, that exciting play to watch. Not just some high-quality lacrosse, but exciting lacrosse as well. Big off
coming
the line
the other way, Oliver. Tell you what, he's probably glad he missed him.
Yeah, Lockie McDonald was the sitting duck there. Just didn't quite connect on the hit, though.
Well, there's an outside here for Kroll as well. Who comes on, nice cut, Kroll. Oh, he'll had another one.
That's speed as well.
Coming the other way.
Great take there.
You know what? I'm going to say there's a good body contest. I thought Parsons, Quintao, and Muxlow were going to go at it. That would have been an interesting contest. Oh, a little bit of trick.
Move there.
Little bit of trick from Parsons, Quintao. Wood didn't like it. Oh, the butter knife, not getting that one through.
They deserved a goal there, Victoria. What a move there from Parsons Quintia.
A little bit of party trick going on here and there.
He does it all with a smile on his face there as well.
And he's found and fires again. And great look there from Lucas. Over to Hawley. Hawley's got a hot hand as well. That's two for him.
Certainly. You said it the other day, Tony, but I think it's a little bit Harlem Globetrotters out there at the moment. Just absolutely taking this game apart right now, the Victorians.
And the great thing on the Australian Lacrosse Network, to be able to bring you a skill set like that and to watch it with 2:39 on the clock, Victoria are out to a 7-1 lead.
Yeah.
You know what? But the skill set, how good are these boys?
Yeah, just took a couple of minutes to warm into it, but they've been fantastic since.
We just need some Globetrotter music here and there. And there's Thomas again. Looks up, and Lucas will come back the other way. So he's got one in front of him. He'll take him on. Looks in, gets in, pops, just misses the shot. And Hall just can't keep it from going over. And I'll tell you what, the big fella's down in defence. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, big Timmy Ratchie,
no, he's not. Look at him.
He said, I've had enough.
He goes, okay, you know what, they're summon. Let me get out of here. I was going to say, that's something that you don't see. A bit like Dan Hall up in offence, mate.
Yeah, exactly right.
Hey, they know their place.
today could be the day for a Dan Hall or Al Glutenay. One of them potentially maybe get forward.
So what do you reckon? I mean, gamble responsibly, but what do you reckon the odds would be for Glutenay to put one in here today?
No, he'd be outside the $3 or $4, I would have thought.
Oh, I'm still going at 15s. But you'd back it today, because anything is possible given the way that things are going, because Kroll's got a couple. Hall's got a couple. Aaron Batsis with a couple. The butter knife, 0.
He yet to contribute with his obligatory one as Travis Kroll found the back of their nose, found the underarm of the goalie. But he just seems to find that sort of 1 1/4, doesn't he? So you have to hit that at the moment.
And that's not good as Doyle comes back the other way and just takes it into offense, does Doyle. And then he'll come for a sub, playing almost straight defense is Doyle. Plum, we've already seen one highlight from him today. I'm sure he'll look for another one. Oh, great inside look and great finish there.
And Lockie McDonald, that's if you're a junior watching at home, that's just the reward for effort there. He did all of the work before getting the ball there to get that space and that separation, and then finally, you know, gets the reward for his effort to put the goal in the back of the net. But all of that came from his hard work to get that separation from his man there. Well done, Lockie McDonald, and good feed from Chris Plum.
And it's starting to blow out already, isn't it? Sorry, let me put my mic up. It's starting to blow out already. The wind just got me. But, yeah, the score, hello, great take. Great pickup from Ricketts. Back to McDonald. McDonald's going to be under a bit of pressure from Broncos. And just it gives him the nod. Look at Caleb. Just gave him the nod, didn't he? Aaron Batsis steps in.
He's got the new wand out there, does Marcus Aaron Batsis.
Is it going to be as good as the old one?
Here's Reynolds. A little wayward pass there. Shot clock down to 5, so they're going to have to pull the trigger here, Victoria.
Ball up the top. Good save. Another good foot save there. And, cup bit going on in the middle here.
Yeah, something happened off ball there.
And Oliver doesn't like what did happen. Watch the tackle here. It's almost going to be. You almost feel like there's a tackle coming. There's a bit going on here with Plummy. There's a bit of feeling just starting to creep into this one.
There is, yeah. Probably a little bit of frustration maybe from Western Australia balling over. Just 15 seconds on the game clock now. And the shot clock will beat everyone.
But I think the quarter time break will come at a good time because you can just feel that starting to edge up, can't you?
Yeah, exactly right.
You know,
yeah,
and I'll tell you what, SA would be sitting at home right now in their ice baths going, hey, boys, give it a good crack, won't you? You know what?
Exactly
they wouldn't be upset. They wouldn't be upset with WA putting a bit of pressure on the Vicks. Ball up the top, Broncos. As the time goes there, as Mellor ends up with that in his stick. And, well, interesting first quarter, mate.
Yeah, it's, you know, 3-1 and a water break in the middle. It felt like what WA had got themselves back into it, but, you know, Victoria have just put the foot down now, leading at 8-1 and a few party tricks in the mix as well.
Well, that there was Caleb Hall with a little one just to air Hall. Wonder whether he's going to open an airline if he keeps doing that. And then Lucas passes Quintal right in front of us here. I think it was for us. Just a little one round the back, little pop up, off he goes, and you know, I'll tell you, there's nothing wrong with that. And we've got some goal scorers there, Lockie.
Yeah, so Thomas Lane, the one for Western Australia, but as you said, a couple of multiples. So Caleb Hall with the 2 and Marcus Aaron Batsis opening the game with 2. And Lockie McDonald, 1 to his name. Darren Ricketts, good transition goal, 1 to his name. Travis Kroll, 1. Chris Plummer, another one for the highlight reel. He's got 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think they 2 assists he'd be pretty happy with, just quietly. But he did sort of come back after that goal and just walk straight in there, and there was a bit of jest going on in the Victorian side of things, so he's obviously told him how good it was. Did Plumbing.
That sounds like unlike Chris.
It does, doesn't it? So Judy meant to play, says go Vicks, so online. So Nathan Twist, Neva Jennings watching, and a couple others. So yeah, again, if you're online, send us a shout out, send us a message. We'll try to get to you if we can. But again, we are here today, really. There's a big game coming up after this one. The Vic versus WA, first ever women's national box final. And what are your thoughts on that, Lockie, going today?
It should be an absolute cracker, really. I mean, the two best sides throughout the week, and that's why they're in the final. It's hard to split them if you were to lean one way. Potentially Victorians, maybe a little bit of home ground advantage if there's such a thing. But I'm really expecting a great quality final and great conditions for it. Great venue, the crowd building up steadily. So amazing day to make some history.
Absolutely, and it will be made later on, 6 o'clock local time, for the women's game.
Your thoughts, Tony, on the final?
Yeah, look, I'm the same. I think Victoria have been the WA will be the definite underdogs today, but I will say, finals do funny things, and we've seen it so many times where teams can be dominant throughout a weekend, or a week, or a year, come to a final. And it's not only the physical side, it's the mental side that is the key. I think Greg Mollison will have that under control with the women. But you did see there was a couple of cracks yesterday at times. And Greg wasn't happy because I was sitting here with the commentary and you heard it. But you know what? And he expects and demands, this is what we're doing. And that's great, But there was a couple of times where it went away from the process, and I think if they go away from the process and allow WA to get in on those mistakes, look, I know we're going to have a cracker on the case, but but form is Victoria will run out winners, but again, it's a final.
Yeah, exactly right, but great day to make some history down here. Should be fantastic.
Oh, hello, and that's 1-1 between the two of them. Smedley broke. So, just encroaching. He wanted to push him back. He did it the other night, where he just got in and pushed him over when he lost the ball.
It was smart thinking the other night, Aaron, but just pulled up on this occasion. So,
so ball down the back here, and Jones kicks it over. Finds Mellor looks up, has a bit of a fire, rolls in, just can't quite get into the angle. Great defense there on McCrone. And here we go, Glutney. He's going to fire this. Oh, the foot let him down. Tell you what, 15-1 would have been almost a gimme at that point. But Glutney, he'll have to come back to the bench and go, there is one of those golden rungs I should have held on to. And he comes off, and you watch, the attack will probably put one in it. Oh, no, the moving pick. So a moving pick on the butter knife there, I think. And ball out the other way. Wood has an opportunity. Good save. And it'll come back. Is it coming back with interest? Well, maybe.
And probably one Lucas Wood, I think, would want to have again. Really good look on Blake Watson there, just straight to the guts.
And Hall dives. Oh, just took the hit, didn't he? Thomas Lane. I don't know who came out worse out of that. Thomas Lane came to hit him, and Hall. And that's probably the same shot as Wood shot down here.
Pretty much nearly carbon copy.
And as a box keeper, you're pretty happy with that shot, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. But I think Lucas Parsons-County, he can dish it out, but when they come for him, he's just as good as taking the contact as well. It's an underrated part of his game, I think.
Well, he does. He does. He soaks that and then bounces off it. So ball down the back. McCrone has the ball to Mellor. Back to McCrone, and that's going to go over and back. And here's an opportunity. Pumba with an opportunity. He hasn't taken it with the feet. Oh, at least he didn't try and kick it. Looks inside. Another good save.
Coming up big time here, Luca Blues.
I was going to say, Aaron Batsis, that stick isn't working as well as the first one. But ball up the top. Looks in. Good feed there to Plum. Oh, Plum! No, he didn't! He's just taken his own personal highlight reel and made it another one. One-handed. Let's have a look at this. Just takes it one-handed in the crease and goes, I'm going to turn around on just a little flick.
How nonchalant was that?
I'm sorry.
Not a care in the world out there.
I'm sorry.
Just walking the dog.
Yeah, there's... yeah, enough said. Enough said. Sorry, Plummy, enough said. Hey, and you know what? The way we're going, we're going to have a running clock, and I don't think these boys will be too upset about it.
Yeah, exactly right.
Once we get out over that 10-goal lead. Oh, little one over the top there. nothing untoward. The ball out the outer side with Plum. And kicks it in. A nice save again. Oh, Plum again. Just this time tried it with, oh.
It's the second time he's done that today, Marcus Arambatis. Just that awareness on the crease. Just quicker than anyone out there to find the ball, and before anyone knew where it was, he'd already put it back in the back of the net behind the keeper.
And that's his hat trick already. We're only about 2.5 minutes into the second term, and he's got 3.
And first with the new wand as well, so just settling in with that one.
And yeah, mate, you know what? They're the goals that really undo teams, where you make a great save, make a great play, but it just bounces your way, and you know it's your day. That's held in the back of the stick, so that's going to be a Victorian ball.
Yeah, you've really got to dominate in front of your cage, and once that ball goes loose in there, you can't be conceding ground balls, and you definitely can't be conceding shots on goal. So, such an important part on the court.
So they're playing a 4 zone here, with one out the back, and they're looking for a quick one. But Woody, they're trying to get him one out. Unfortunately, we've lost a phone on. Is that a phone on the field? No.
I think it might have been even been the microphone pack from our referee. So
well, we'll deal with that at half time.
I think we will.
10-1 is the score as we see Arambatsa step in again. Another big save. Looking down, so they literally have. They're playing the almost a pagan's paddock here of box lacrosse. They've got Wood just open down in the back corner, and Smedley under some pressure.
They don't mind it either. Just trying something different.
Oh, there's a cross check. But good work. No, you're right.
Yeah, it's you know, at 10-1, you've got to explore and experiment with a few different things. And
Woody must have thought there, because he bounced off one cross check to the next defender, would bounce off another, and he got to the third. He's like, clock's running out, I've got to shoot it. Great movement down here. Plum gets inside. Arambatsa says he got 4. Yes, he has. He's certainly, I'll tell you what, the new stick's as good as the old one.
Yeah, certainly. He moves so well for a guy of his size as well. Marcus Arambatsa, he'd be one of the tallest men in the team, I would have thought. But just, yeah, moves with grace, and nice little split dodge on his man to get past, and another classy finish.
So 11-1, so will we see a running clock here in the second quarter? Normally we get over that 10-goal out, and there's a running clock, but maybe it's when we hit 11 and it's well over 10 goals. So ball down the back here to McCrone. McCrone under pressure straight away from Freeman. Kicks the ball up to Bronkhorst. And Bronkhorst down the bottom corner. Tries to push his way in, does Wood.
Good intent there from Lucas Wood, just off target though.
And out here is Joseph. But just holds it up and says, come on, boys. Come and do some work.
So we haven't seen a whole lot of Tyler Reynolds today. Been well contained so far from WA.
He's a great cut there from Mental.
Yeah, just at speed as well. That's the key. That's probably the thing that separates Australian box lacrosse from the rest of the world, is that teams around the world, they do that for fun, and that's a sign of a good player when too long to clear that ball by the looks of it. But yeah, when you're going at speed, it's the sign of a good player.
Yeah. So what we have here. So a bit of argument there, saying the shot clock, they didn't get it over within the 10 seconds. And just for our viewers out in the ALN world, if you don't know in this game, got to clear the ball to the halfway line by within 10 seconds of the 30-second shot clock. They were arguing that it was 15 seconds by the time they even got near it, but it's been reversed, so 18 seconds on the shot clock. McCrone steps in, fires, not to be, and there's always karma in this game. And here he is. Oh, it looks inside. Oh, just... You saw him coming down, didn't you?
Yeah, Glutene was wide open there. Not a bad look, all due across the hall. He had Gluten on the extra pass, but good defence just to stop that pass from getting to the crease.
I reckon Hall, if he'd actually taken that cleanly as he took that cleanly, that was coming back to Gluten. Parsons just kicks it wide, and here we go. Plum. There is no highlight rule there. Wood comes down. Now here's a matchup.
Yeah,
this is a great matchup. Great matchup between two bulls, should we call them?
Yeah, good defence there, but well done from Lucas Wood to get the shot off. It was a high-quality shot as well in the end. Good save.
And some subs coming here. As we see Freeman just rolling off a pick. He's on the bottom there, Tyler. No one on him. And he can come around now. He just picked. Now he attracts Muxlow. So Aaron Batsis, he's already got a handful, nearly. Oh,
nearly tipped that in.
That has nearly tipped in by Kroll. And coming back the other way.
So it'll be interesting to see what Victoria do with this. They haven't had a really clear look in the four-man zone, I think, WA yet, but whether they try to just play the man-on-man, keep the four down back, or what they do, we'll have to wait and see on the next transition.
So, but it's definitely, nice take there from Crone. And now we're 2 out. Here's Gluten. Give it to him. He wants it. He wants it. Alistair looks inside. Oh, lets him down. Oh, Pete, I tell you what. You know what he did then? He went, I could give it to you, Al, but the guy behind you has got 4 already and he finishes better. So I'm going to burn you.
Yeah, probably the team thing, I think, in the end. So,
where's his sense of theatre?
Yeah, exactly right. At 11-1, I reckon you could nearly pull the trigger there to the Campbell defender.
Give it to him. But
yeah, good team goal once again from Victoria.
Yeah, Aaron Batsis just getting a handful with 7:57 to go in the second.
Yeah, so still stop clock at the moment. There might be conversations maybe at halftime around keeping that clock running potentially. Yeah, normally they sit there and the black and whites will talk to the coaches at that point and say, hey, you know, Victoria have that option too. They can go, yeah, we'll have stop clock, thanks. But maybe Greg's just going, well, you know what, we want to keep the WA boys out there a bit longer and give them an absolute punishment. He could have owned a sadist club in the back. Oh, nice finish there. Lucas Wood gets one back for WA. And good little dip and dunk there for Wood. Yeah, did well just to get that separation, find the space, and probably the first time he's had a really open look like that, or maybe the second time he had that one-on-one before. But and ball here, there. Just misses. Here we go. Opportunity from Doyle. Pops, puts, and got that one just in the knee roll. And look at Gluten down there. He was ready to just take it out of the knee roll. And again, you know, a couple of these Victorian defenders, they're queuing up now.
They're itchy, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, if they were snipers, they got these trigger fingers that are just twitching. Ball up the top with Muxlow. Wood. It looks like they've you know, made it a bit of a plan to Nyberg. He's not letting you go, and he's wearing a green and gold helmet for a reason.
Yeah, exactly right. One of many that he would have had. And just a little bit of tension out there at the moment.
And just lost the glove there. And we're going to have a double penalty, is it?
So it's Ricketts and Bronkhorst that's going to head to the box.
So we'll just have a bit of a listen. There might be a couple of unsportsmanlikes here, maybe. I don't know.
I think while they do that, are we going to have a drinks break?
Yeah, so they've just called the drinks break as well. And but there hasn't been a call on those penalties yet that we have heard. 2 minutes, unsportsmanlike. Okay, so both of them, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike. So here we go. Black and white's just talking. We've got a drinks break here. So both those boys will sit for a 2 minute unsportsmanlike penalty.
Yeah, so just, I think probably just a little conversation behind play and got a little bit physical potentially. So they'll both just have 2 minutes to think about it.
And it is just 2 minutes, not a lifetime. So I'm sure they'll cool down in there with the breeze just flicking probably through that box as it is with ours. Couple of guys online. David McRae, one of the black and whites, having a watch. Mitch Fuss, also watching. G'day, Mitch. Big shout out to you. Rob Cooper, he says, nice work, Marcus. And Jacob Dunn also watching. So, I'll tell you what, though, come the next game, I believe the viewers on the Australian Lacrosse Network will soar.
Yeah, definitely. It's if you're tuning in, make sure you hit that share button. We want as many people to watch and experience history as possible.
It is, and we've had a couple of messages over from the Canadian Box League and around the globe, just flicking through, saying how fantastic this is to see it live and free, and certainly it's a movement at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's great to see, and as we've touched on the last couple of days, there's now those pathways that, you know, the chance to don the green and gold in a box sense for men and women.
So it'll be interesting to see where the ball starts here, whether it's a face-off because of the 2 penalties. So 5 on 5. Okay, so they're just, these boys are just sitting in the box for the sake of it. You know what I'd love to see them? With a double penalty and unsportsmanlike that with 5 on 5, that they walk out the back and have to walk the walk of shame around the back. I mean, we could introduce it.
Yeah, a nice long walk as well with the fencing up around here.
Straight past all the supporters, round the back, just head down, coming in the back of the box. And but Lucas Parsons says, "Well, I'm bringing it into offense." And Woody again. So they're still playing they're playing a 4-man zone here with Wood just out the back, and Wood there just so that. So now they're just nice finish there. Great cut through the crease.
Yeah, great finish. I think that was Toby Templeton on the end of it there.
Number 3, yeah.
Great young player. Yeah, maybe just a little bit of a miscommunication on the defense there. Lucas Hood had come back down to make it the man-on-man, and not sure everyone was on the same page for WA.
I'm sure that they actually looked like they were really trying something here in that defense run on the 4, maybe, and then in and out. So as the ball actually comes to the top side, he comes in, and as it goes down the bottom side, he sort of pops out.
Yeah, sloughs out, yeah.
But ball in the centre, and that might have got stuck in the back as well. So Smeds just a couple of times now. It's a face-off stick, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know,
it certainly is.
If you apply it like that, it's they bend. Tell you what, who else bends? Aaron Batts is hitting the goalkeeper's stick. That bends. Freeman looks down the bottom. Oh, good little rebound. But Freeman, he's just bouncing around everywhere out there, Pumba. You know, and you can look at that and you think as a coach, wow, that's a nice take. And Plum,
great desperation there. Was that Ben
again,
Muxlow on that bottom corner?
Oh, I'll tell you what, Plummy nearly had that in the back in the stick, and the goalkeeper had turned around and looked in the back of the cage. Had his back turned.
Yeah, but Ben Muxlow, the diving save there to keep it away.
So there's another penalty to be had here, and that will be Freeman.
There must have been an off-ball cross-check there.
2 minutes, yep, off-ball cross-check. You are all over this, Lucky. Hey? That's why you get paid the big bucks, mate. But yeah. Yep, good call. So now we've got an opportunity here for WA to just try and get the scoreboard somewhat in their favour, or a little bit more in their favour. So McCrone with the ball. Gets it over the back there to Wood. Wood down to Mellor. Back to McCrone. Has Muxlow. Oliver just sitting on the back corner, just looking for that little one. Fires, not there. Oh, I thought that actually went through to Muxlow then. But you just see, you see Nyberg just going, get it together. Was that a little bit of a, you know what? Anyway, play on.
Not exactly sure what was going on in there just then, but
Keithy Nyberg picked the ball up because it got stuck in him.
Oh, there you
and
go.
He threw it out, and there was no whistle, and they just said play on. And he's going, well, at least blow the whistle. But
And they can look after themselves. They're old enough and ugly enough that they can sort it out, I reckon.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Keithy just gave it back to them and they pick it up.
Play on.
You know, I know technically they probably blow the whistle, but hey, at the end of the day, it's back to where it should be and just play on. Oh, there's a big screen there. And I'll tell you what, great chase down. What a great defense there from Parsons. And down the bottom here with Plum. Not to be. Smedley picks up the ball.
So less than 30 now on the penalty.
Throws. Mello with the ball. McCrone. So penalty about to be released.
Yeah, running about the same as the shot clock. So about 10 left on both.
Muxlow steps down, sets the pick. Just not a great handle. Glutene just tries to nail him to the wall. And there's a penalty coming here for Al Glutene. Hey, he's going to be on the scoreboard today. It'll be a mark with 1 next to the penalty box. But Glutene with a mark at least next to his name.
Yeah, so he pretty much touched gloves with his teammates on the way out of the box. So back to 5-on-4 once again.
So WA with an opportunity here. McCrone will start with it up the top. Just getting it right here. Got to make sure that they're centimetre perfect with the restart. Bronkhorst. He'll kick it down to Muxlow. Bronkhorst. McCrone. Can't see who's on that bottom corner from where I am.
Yeah, it looks like Oliver by the looks of it. There's a chance there from McCrone, but just held on to it a little too long. But it's not going to matter.
Chance. Ben Jones.
Might have been Bronkhorst.
Oh, sorry, it was Bronkhorst. Sorry. Yeah, Bronkhorst. 19, not 14.
What a finish.
Wow. Bit of outside. Let's have a shot.
Yeah, probably his teammate should have taken the shot on in the first case. But if you've got a man that's capable of doing that, why not just kick it out to him?
And ball back to the centre here. So 2:40 to go in the second. 13-2, and we have a timeout wanting to be called on the gold here. And just took a little bit of time for that to register, I think. Must be the wind.
Yeah, potentially. It is. It has just settled down a little bit in the last couple of minutes, but
yeah.
2 minutes 40 remaining on the second quarter.
Just looking at having a conversation there, maybe a good opportunity to have a chat about that goal and you know how that worked and why it worked and maybe what we can do to just get a couple more.
Yeah, exactly right. More of the same.
So yeah, and the Black and Whites get to have a chat as well about it out there. Crowd's building up here. Really is building up.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's it might be hard to find a spot around the edge of the court come game time for the women's. It's starting to fill up a little bit. The bleachers are looking nice and full, which is great to see.
And but you know the greatest thing is it's live and free on the ALN, mate.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And you know, and the good thing is the girls will be able to watch it forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, great to be able to bring you a piece of history, and as you touched on before, not just watching it around Australia, our friends over in Perth, but you know, internationally as well. That people will be able to tune in. Canada,
the US,
States,
we've had,
yeah,
you know,
exactly right.
You know, and a couple of the girls out here playing and with a Canadian accent or an American accent. You know, they said their parents are watching, and I'm sure they're telling their their friends, and it's you know, and I know you know, through all the ability to live stream with what you do, and we do an essay and around the country with the ALN, you know, there's always that feedback from overseas, you know, where they love what we bring. Just Aldred, that's one way. Oliver looked like he was going to use him as a hurdle then, but good pick there. Kicks it to Plum. Back up the top here. Oh, mental. That sounded good. But, oh, here we go. Wood with an opportunity. I'll tell you what, he's going to get bowl. Great work from Parsons Quintao.
How about the hustle to get back and then to lay the hit as well?
He's just gone bang. We had a penalty on the play. That's going to be a hold. But we wonder who that penalty will be on, because he's certainly in the crease. And
yeah, he gave away the foul in the end. But, yeah, what an effort to get back there. Lucas Wood would have had a good 10 to 15 metres on him, and by the time he got to the cage, he'd made that up, and then not just to make it up, but to lay the hit at the same time. Yeah, probably in his efforts just got a bit tangled up and ended up with the hold, but yeah, to deny this goal-scoring opportunity is fantastic.
Absolutely, and didn't just overcommit to that, took that pressure with him to push him down behind goal line.
Yeah, exactly
and made him work back up. So, and then, as I said, gets a hold, so he's still sitting down for 2 minutes. That's his second one for the day. But ball with WA, and they have another opportunity here at 13-3 with about 1:50 to go. Muxlow looks, Wood, just not quite finding that passing lane, are they?
Yeah, it was a good cut, but yeah, just not quite there.
And you hear Dan Hall, he was vocal there. Wood just tucks it in, looks down. Good
and another penalty coming here.
Or a little flick behind. So Nyberg will sit here, and they've been teammates, Keesing and Nyberg, with an Australian colour. So I'm sure they'll be having a conversation on the field game. Keith not happy with Luke's call there.
Never is he, Kevin? But yeah, just maybe a little high by the looks of it.
Yep. And he's still telling Luke all about it. They probably shared a room at some point. Who knows? But now with Luke with the black and white on. So 2 men down here, so a 3 zone for Victoria. Nice dunk. Really good, just swift ball movement, wasn't it? And finding on the bottom corner.
Yeah, and calm as well. I think that might have been Mellor that put that one away in the end. But really calm movement as well. That they, you know, when you've got that weight of numbers out there, sometimes you could try and panic. But really move that ball, as you said, swiftly but calmly, and they didn't panic out there.
But it wasn't a quick, was it? It was
exactly right.
They found the sticks, and the difference between throwing a pass that's a 10 or a 9 than a 5 or a 4 and trying to put it in is, it took his own man out. Here we go. Has he got one before the half? No, he doesn't. He wants to come in, Al.
Of course, that goal cancels the first penalty, so Lucas back out on the field, but Keith still with about 1.5 minutes left in his.
And Victoria with an opportunity here. Hasn't found the scoreboard yet, Tyler, but he certainly had a good week in the White V. And they'll be man down here again, Victoria. So have WA. They worked that really well. So 29. So basically, yeah, you're right. What have we got there? 29 seconds, 30 seconds. So
yeah, pretty close.
They can work the last shot here, WA.
And they'll still have 30 men up when they get back as well.
So WA, Macrone kicks it to Muxlow, who kicks it over to Woody. And there's the last goal scorer in Mellor. And have we got a...
a big hit there from Dan Hall.
Hit from Dan
It's been called for it too.
Benny Muxlow. Well, the hand was raised before that. So
was there?
Yeah,
okay.
So the hand was actually raised before that. So I reckon there's another penalty coming here before that. And we'll just work this out. But I'm pretty sure, because before that hit happened, the hand was already up.
Okay. So
it'll be interesting to see what the call is here. But whatever happens, someone's in the penalty box. And Nyberg will, and they're just working this out. The Black and Whites has come over to Greg Mollison and just having a word. And we'll try and get a bit of confirmation of that. But half time here between Victoria and WA, it is 13-3. In what is a bit of domination. There's 41 seconds left on Nyberg's penalty. and be interested to see if anyone else sits.
Yeah, we'll wait on that call, but it felt like they worked their way back into that one. Western Australia in late in that second half, that second quarter. The first quarter, yeah, definitely all one way, but still a 10-goal deficit. But they stemmed the bleeding a little bit, and found the back of the net a couple more times. Certainly look a lot more competitive out there. They're putting up a really good contest in the middle of the ground, which is great to see. And starting to look a little bit more threatening when they've got the ball down there into the field.
It is. And a couple of people online, just quickly before we go and see some goal scorers. Emma Leach says, enjoying the commentary, guys. Fire, fire, fire. That must be all for you, Lockie, I'd say. Jakey Rosenthal, one of the Adelaide boys in Adelaide watching. Greg Mulcahy says, nice finish. And Connor Davies over in WA. Connor, good to see you online, buddy. And I hope you're well and the family. And we've got a 13-3 game here, sorry. And what about some goal scorers there?
Yeah, so
for 13-4 actually.
There we go. Must have missed a couple, but
yep.
Lucas Wood, he's got all single goal scorers for WA. Lucas Wood with one. Mellor, nice goal. Bronkhorst with a really nice outside shot before, and Tom Lane with the opener in that first quarter for Victoria. It's Toby Templeton, the youngster, might have been one of his first of the week potentially. He's on the board with one.
Great
Caleb
cut,
Hall,
though.
it was a great cut there. Caleb Hall, he's got a couple. Lockie McDonald with a one. One for Darren Ricketts, an assist for Al Glutene down there. He's yet to hit the scoreboard with the goal though, so we'll wait and see on that one.
One penalty, one assist. Is he going to match them all up?
2 and 2 for Plummy and Marcus Arambatzis. He's got the hot hand. He's got 5.
Yeah, he's done well, and a new pole.
Yes, exactly right. He'll have to try and work out what to do with the other one that just snapped in half out there before.
He is. So some replays here of the second quarter, and it was an interesting second quarter. It looks like we've got a goalkeeper change here for Victoria as well.
Yeah, they've been looking to do that a couple of times throughout the competition. Victoria, whether it's at half-time or three-quarter time, to put Nick Sheedy out there. I think by the looks of it, Greg Mollison does have a preference in Blake Watson, but with the scoreline where it is now, it gets Nick Sheedy in the cage, get some experience out there, and he's done a good job when he has had a chance between the pipes. And it looks like we've got the same thing down the other end for WA. So
yep.
Looks like it's going to be Lucas Deshawn that jumps between the pipes for WA.
They have been sharing time across all games. They look like, it's funny, South Australia seem to run one, and today they ran the two.
Yep.
They ran Williams and me and my mate Bobby McGee down there, and they played a half each.
So that's one for you, Tony. What do you think ahead of the final tomorrow? Do we look at a Williams all game, McGee all game, McGee start, then Williams start, then McGee? What are we looking at?
I'm just thinking with the experience of Williams, he'll probably start the game.
Yep.
I would anticipate. And if I'm a coaching in that perspective, I'm thinking he's actually had the experience at this level, and he'll start. But depending where the score sits, I'm sure Connor, when he gets his opportunities, will end up in there. But I'm probably leaning towards Williams initially.
Well, he had an MVP-worthy performance the other night as well when he played Victoria. So.
Yeah, and the fact that he's seen Victoria, like he's played against them. He played the whole game against them.
Yeah, knows what to expect potentially.
Yep. And I tell you what, and we will say Victoria's movement that night was very good. I haven't seen them replicate that yet. Like they've been moving exceptionally well. They've been getting shots off. They've been high scoring, but that movement, especially in that second half against South Australia when they played, they really did have some rotation there, and they ran them in circles a little.
Yeah, it was good to watch, wasn't it? It was a good display.
But which South Australia did we get?
Yeah, exactly right. They've been on form, haven't they? They were sort of asleep at the wheel for a half against Western Australia yesterday, and they were probably pretty close to getting caught out at one point in that match. But it's hard to remember that they were down by 2 goals a couple of minutes into the third quarter, and they run away with it. If you look at the scoreboard from last time, it was probably a 13 or 14 goal win, something along those lines in the end.
It was 14-1 after that 7-5
Yeah, so I mean,
it's
from that
19-8.
point on, and then today, their efforts today. I mean, Jesse Winden is clearly the one, isn't he? After 17 goals in 2 games, it's.
I mean, you get 10 in anything. It doesn't matter what sport you get, but 10 in anything. That's a bag. You've filled it up and you're taking it home with you. And I think, and we just see here a couple of the captains out there, I'd say, having a conversation. It'd be interesting to know what's being said there.
Yeah, so whether that's about the fouls and how the game's being played, I haven't seen too many issues, to be honest. Maybe they're clarifying about that last foul, or whether they may be talking about the timing on the clocks, just as Tony listens in.
Yeah, I'm just hearing that they've got a foul. Something on the floor. Sorry, the wind is working against me. But Lucas Wood was having a chat, and I did hear that he said they have got a foul.
Okay.
So I don't know who that will be on, and I don't actually know why. But they do have a penalty in the box. Is that number 12?
Looks like it. So on our screen in front of us, we've got Nyberg with 41 seconds left on his penalty, but number 12 has popped up with 2 minutes. Just trying to figure out who number 12 might be.
Just trying to think. And well, unless there's an in-home number there where something untoward's going on and they've given it to an in-home player, but I'm just trying to think who's wearing 12 out there. And I'm right now. I mean, we're pretty good with names and numbers.
Yeah, well, we'll find out pretty shortly, I would imagine, as the players get their gear back on in the next couple of minutes. We've got Steve Campbell from Lacrosse Australia over here as well, so just having a chat to some of the players.
And filling up the water bottles. Look at Steve go. He does everything, doesn't he? Steve Campbell.
Yeah, doing a good job, pretty much a one-man band, so.
Very busy, very busy. We got 4 minutes still left in the half. So with this weather policy, as said earlier, 15-minute halftime break they did have, and then they had the 7-minute quarter time breaks with the drink break in the middle. So I'll tell you what though, we're sitting under cover, and I'm sure it's a bit warmer out there, but that wind just flicking through here is the ambient temperature under here is probably about 18 degrees.
Yeah, it's quite nice under here, that breeze just coming through, but yeah, nothing too really untoward for the players to deal with out there. They'd probably be enjoying it just to cool things down a little bit. But yeah, that sun absolutely beating down at the moment. Yeah, we've been pretty lucky. The weather's been a bit hit and miss the last couple of months, but here in Melbourne, but a beautiful couple of days, and we've just got about 24 more hours left, and hopefully it holds out until then.
So, and a couple of more people as we just coming out of the halftime break. We've probably still got about 3 minutes. So, a couple of people more online here. We see Colin Moyer is watching. So, the WA faithful maybe just starting to wake up. And Connor McDonough says, gotta get Plum the rock. You know what we don't want to do? We don't want to give Plummy any more bloody goals than he needs, just quietly. He is creating, and he did say, he goes, I didn't go home and watch the replay last night at my highlight reel, because we told him he had a highlight reel, and he smiled and walked off. Yeah, he would have been the first one home, put it on, and he would have just made the family go, hey, let's have a watch, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you would imagine so. Poor old Haley, what she has to deal with.
Yeah, superstar is Haley Stefanos as well, just quietly. You know what? It's not all one way in that household, I can tell you, with the lacrosse skills.
Exactly right. Yeah, superstar in her own right, that is for sure.
She is indeed. And have we got a penalty here?
We do. So
Lucas Wood with a penalty shot. Okay, so missed what that was about, but obviously the penalty happened within the last 2 minutes of that quarter. And Lucas Wood is going to start the first half. Well, you know what? We love lacrosse. It throws up lots of surprises, doesn't it?
Exactly right. And here we go. Lucas Wood 1-on-1. Nick Sheedy, welcome to the big time.
Welcome. You know what? Not even here. Wood steps down and misses. And I tell you what, Sheedy says, just quietly. I had a good warm-up. I didn't know that was coming. And the big boys are all about him.
They're pretty happy, the Vic boys. So it was thumping from both teams out there. But it's Sheedy that stands up there and takes the W.
I'm just looking over there in the box. They've got Freeman in the box over there.
Yeah, so I reckon the 1-2 in front of us might have a 6 on the end of it potentially. So it'd be a 1-2-6 that just don't have the numbers available. But the challenges don't stop there for Nick Sheedy. Yeah, they're going to have to play 2-man down. So
yeah, he could. So ball to be won. Ball still on the deck. Muxlow picks the ball up. Ends up heading back.
So even with the deficit out at 9, it's
it was chippy then, wasn't it?
There was plenty of feeling in this one, that is for sure.
I'm just going to say, I'll put it out here, right? I'm going to put it out on the ALN right now. I think this game's going to get chippy, like really chippy.
Well, it's down the right end of the field, just behind that cage we saw yesterday, Tony, didn't we? There was the angry spot behind the goal that we're shooting towards at the moment.
I thought they would have put some cleaning fluid on it last night, just wiped it down. But we've got another penalty here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vic are going to be 2 men.
My understanding is, should we have a penalty shot here?
There should be a penalty shot here too. Yes, we do.
Yeah,
okay, so welcome to the big time. Hey, who wants to be a goalie? Who wants to be a goalie? Benji Muxlow steps up. They've given Woody the flick.
And here we go. How exciting is this? So it's going to be Keith Nyberg that returns from the box.
And I wonder whether, let's have a look to see whether Nyberg, look at him, just giving Benny Muxlow a massive mouthful. Going, Benny, you got nothing, buddy. Here we go. Ben Muxlow with another penalty shot. We could play this out here. We could do one a minute. And here we go. Ben Muxlow down the right-hand side, looking to score. Second opportunity. Oh, another big save. And don't the big boys love it?
I'm not sure that one was as convincing from Nick Sheedy. He got a good piece of it, but turned around and said, I don't know where this ball is. So, but yeah, another good save there, Nick Sheedy. 2 from 2. He'd be saying, keep him coming. This is pretty easy.
Well, at the moment, Sheeds is just going, you've just warmed me up, throw me in at half-time, and I've got to save 2 penalty shots. But the good thing is I'm 2 from 2, and we haven't even started play yet, just about.
And still, they're 2-man down.
So I don't want to draw another penalty here either.
Not at all. they're down for a while, so there's a full 2 minutes and a minute and a half on the 2 of them. So plenty of time to play.
So ball on the outer side, kicks it there to Bronkhorst, over to Muxlow. Muxlow, he had an opportunity to get on the scoreboard, did Benny? Up the top, Bronkhorst kicks to Mello down the bottom, Wood, great ball movement. And that has hit the cage, another big save. So ball back up the top, Bronkhorst fires, I'll tell you what, Shell and Peas down there is...
I'll tell you what, that was another chance for a penalty there, just a little hold, but referees let the play go. Nick Sheedy, you've seen him like beach balls out there at the moment.
I'll tell you what, he is indeed. And there's Lucas Wood. Oh, here we go, Glutene with an opportunity. He's not going to give that up easily. He'll take an immense amount of pressure. Oh, there's a hold there as well. And he's just throwing the ball down into the sun. And Victoria will... he thought he was a chance, and he realised that he only had 3 in defence when Al was looking to go to forward.
Yeah, he did well in the end there, Al. Under plenty of pressure just to heave it upfield. And
another big save.
Sheedy once again. Wowee.
Here we go, Nyberg. He's gonna run the rock down, and nothing there. He might. Nyberg looking for the hold, doesn't get it. Plummy. Still only 3 out there for another one released there. So Freeman gets released.
And just 30 seconds on the other one as well. So they've done really well here, Victoria. They've conceded the 2 penalties and failed to see a goal against them yet.
And there was a body to be had there, and have a guess who was involved in that.
Yeah, no prizes for guessing who.
So Freeman with the ball. Pumba just takes it down the back. Gets around Muxlow. Good pace, a good match-up in pace, those two. Up the top to Plum. to Lucas. Lucas. Tyler, just good defense there from Tom.
And shot clock down to 2, so he's going to have to fire here, Lucas Parsons Quinty. It does so, but easily collected there. Welcome to the game.
Tom Lane, great defense, stayed on the hands and didn't let off the hands.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh, there's a contest that Lucas says, hello, how you doing? You want to give me a bit of a massage, bit of a scratch on the back? And Lucas Parsons just steps out and says, right, come on, boys, you go and do some work. A nice little move to mental there. Steps down. Oh, the butter knife just trying to work his way through there. Trying to slice it up. Oh, a little, oh, see that? A little fake BTB. Oh, Plum. Oh, Hole.
Nearly a hospital pass there for Mellor. Did well enough just to ride the contact.
Well, what he did was actually well enough to allow his guys to get on. Because if he'd actually taken and got past him, there was a man on, but it allowed the other defenders to get on. And Wood just throws the ball down the back there to Mellor. Mellor looks over, and a little bit of pushing there on McCrone. Oh, and they might turn over there. And Dan Hall kicks it to the goal scorer, Aaron Batsis. Oh, Hawley's just sitting up the top going, let me at it, will you? And fires and misses. And that might be a hole from Ratchie.
Yeah, nearly a bear hug there from Big Tim Ratchie. I was going to say,
he'd give a good hug, old Ratch, wouldn't he? Hey, you'd have to watch the whiskers on your shoulder. Oh. Grass monster, where's the turf monster out there? Did Caleb give him one there, trip him up?
Yeah, so he's just had a... just a nice little conversation there.
Okay, so Ratchie's got 2 minutes for a hold. More a hug. I mean, you know, I thought there's a bit of love in it. But
yeah, good explanation there from Richard Gore, referee.
Hey, see it, call it. If that's the way you're going to officiate the game, no worries.
Exactly right.
You know, so Mellor with the ball with Wood, has Muxlow up the top.
Calls from the Vic box. This we've got 4 out there this time. This will be easy. I did it with the 3 before.
And Big 7, the 227s in Muxlow come together. Not there.
I tell you what, probably for the first time this competition, I reckon the Vics have been pressed and kept the ball in their back half. So that's a backcourt violation. Great work there from Western Australia.
I tell you what, Ben Muxlow is sucking in the big ones out there as he just comes up over the restraining line. A lot of work being done there. Bronkhorst, fires, Muxlow. He's a defender. And ball coming back through Nyberg. Nyberg just says, come to me, please. Tony with the ball. Kicks it over there to Plummy. And Plummy just waiting for his reinforcements on. And they come in the form of 2 left-handers with Lucas and Hawley.
Just over a minute left on that penalty from Tim Ratchie in the box.
Seems like it's nice fire there from, at least he's, made the keeper have to make a save there. And Benny Muxlow gets nailed. And Muxlow has rolled into the area from where he could get up and not sub. He didn't just walk there. He's just like, oh, bugger it, and rolls over the sub line. Coming back the other way is Hall. Hall's here, has Plum, looks down, the butter knife, not to be today. And Oliver picks the ball up, sees some pressure in the way of Plum, but rides the pressure well, does Oliver. And they got no numbers. Oh, yeah, Hawley presents, looks inboard. Bronkhorst fires. Geez, he's good in the cage since he's been on, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's a great great quarter so far from Nick Sheedy. He's on top of absolutely everything at the moment.
And you don't get much more of a fiery, nice save there from Blues, but Ratchie. Yeah, you don't get much more of a penalty and then a few shots when you've just had the warm-up. There's
exactly
a little bit
right.
going on over there with Hawley as well. Doing well both keepers doing well now.
Yeah, spot on the. I'm not even sure we've seen a goal so far this term, to be honest.
No,
so
13. No.
13-4 was the halftime score.
As Pumba picks the ball up, looks up the top, finds Lucas. Just sneaking on the back here as Kroll looks, fires, misses. And, well, trapped there. Little flick. Have that Pumba. He's going to need to put a shot here. Hawley puts a shot. Good save. And a bit of basketball being played here.
Yeah, just up and back at the moment, isn't it? Deshaun coming over there. I think
Caleb
Hall's going to have to spend a couple of minutes off of that
Tell
one.
you what, I saw someone ride a filly like that last night down at Rose Hill. And I tell you, Caleb Hall looked like he put a saddle on him.
Yeah, no malice in that one. You could just see that he wanted to lay the hit, and he's just turned right into it there. So Caleb Hall's going to have to spend a couple of minutes off. And that's one thing I think for Victoria for tomorrow, that they want to make sure that doesn't creep into their game, a little ill-discipline. They haven't had to pay the price this afternoon, really, but the way Jesse Winnen's been playing, I wouldn't want to give him too many looks at a man-up play tomorrow.
No, and you're absolutely right. They probably, while there's that line with aggression and being tough on the field, you know, those penalties will hurt you in a big game. It doesn't matter how, I'll tell you what else will hurt you. The laser beam that is on Lucas Wood's stick, that didn't have much to get through, and it's the only one that's actually beaten the keeper.
Yeah, fantastic shot there. And in a game where the result is, and we're just going to stop for a drinks break by the looks of it, where the result is probably you know, locked in by now. It's about those little wins, and you know, when I've been coaching my juniors, regardless of result, you've got to look for the little wins. So whether it's, you know, you want to come away with you know, winning more face-offs than you lose, or you know, being strong in the middle, picking up the ground balls, or winning, and you look to win quarters and things like that. So, you know, Western Australia lead this quarter 1-0. There's no reason to say that they can't come out and win the second half, for example. And it's a great start to it. And
take a little bit home. They know there's not much to play for in this one, apart from pride. So you're absolutely right there, Lockie. And Lucas Wood, and we were right behind that shot as well from where we are. Good little spot. Yeah,
it was an absolute laser, wasn't it? Pinpoint precision, finding the weak spot of Nick Sheedy. He's been really good to start this third quarter. he's had some sort of quarter.
I mean, when's the last time that he probably took 2 penalty shots?
He might not have seen one in his life, to be fair.
Correct. So he's taken 2 penalty shots within about 45 seconds of each other and nailed both of them. Although Muxlow was just under the chicken wing, but he still saved it, you know. But kudos to him.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, yeah, he'll have something to brag about after the game, that's for sure.
Yep. I think he's already telling his defensive boys about it. They're all about him. They are. Nybergs is just, you know, Keith, he's just giving him a bit of a, how you doing?
He's a good field player, Nick Sheedy. I played a bit of juniors against him. Sort of, he's a big boy, maybe sort of 6'3", 6'4".
Yep.
Really hard to defend against. So, yeah, making a pretty natural adjustment to the cage by the looks of it.
Absolutely, and even bigger with the pads on. He looks a monster in there, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. And doing a good job.
I never looked that big in my dreams. So ball back down, face off to be won.
Another good win there from WA, maybe just
Smedley.
withholding or...
Oh, he's used the
just
foot.
a kick.
Yep. Okay, so Smedley got the ball in his stick and used the foot. And there was a bit of that last night when the conversation between WA and SA after that maybe the foot was being used a little bit, or so be interesting to see how that plays out in tomorrow's final.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's all these little things, isn't it, that just add the intensity to what is going to be some great lacrosse in both finals. Oh, just says thank you very much, Aldrin. Oh no, off the ball.
Keeper, and then you've given away the foul downfield.
Doyley's second one today too.
Gabe Doyle, yep. He's a fiery customer, Gabe Doyle. Likes to, he's plenty of passion out there for whatever team he's playing for. So just got the better of him on that occasion by the looks of it.
So another man-up opportunity, and you're right. You know, we got 6:40 left in the third quarter. WA 1-0 this quarter. They get a man-up opportunity. Well, this is probably about the 6th man-up opportunity they've had. But the ability to be able to put one in. Woody's who they're looking for. Bronkhorst. He's got a bit of claret running down the knee there by the look of it. He looks like he's just worn some of this sand-based surface. And ball, Victoria finds Plum straight up the middle. Nice little tap there from Bronkhorst, but Plummy's a good ball carrier.
Yeah, a lot of the guys wear those sort of knee pads or the longer leggings just to protect themselves. Or Caleb Paul wide open on the crease.
On the right.
How do you get that much space on a man down? I'm not sure, but great work to get into that position, Caleb Paul.
Yep, and natural lefty by trade. But just had that one in the right hand, which means just shows players out there, young players, you know what? You don't have to use it all the time, but it's great to practice it and have that available to you. And you just saw there one of the probably superstars of Australian lacrosse over the past sort of 20 years.
Yeah, exactly right.
How to finish and pop and easy as that. And he's just going to pick the ball up.
Does it again, doesn't he?
I can't believe Al Glutene is coming to the bench when it's going into offense. I mean, at 14-5, he's probably thinking, Coach, put me in. But not to be. The offense has done a great job for Victoria. And they've probably just started to take it off. Oh, just can't get one away today, can he?
Yeah, it was probably his best look of the game, and just denied by the glove there from Deshaun. Great work to cover that one across.
So Nyberg straight out of the box, 2-on-1 here. Oh, steps down Mellor. And that one has found a great save again between the 5. And it's coming back Victorian way. Tony with the ball. Joseph.
Gets called to go by Chris Plum.
Well, I thought I heard that too, and he was looking to go to the bench. He said, here you go, Chris, have the ball. He goes, go. I'm like, you know what? Defenders, they know their role.
Exactly right. I'm not sure he would have been too keen with the with the man down as well. What do you mean go? There's plenty of yellow out there.
There is indeed. So ball.
Just 10 seconds on this man down as well. So it's
great
not going to matter. Plum, what a shot there. Finds the bottom right corner.
Just got the screen there and saw the hole and popped it in there. So Plummy gets another one for the day. And Plummy just being asked to... I thought he was being asked to come to the bench there. But he's staying out there.
It's only 4
Plummy not going anywhere.
Only 4 seconds left on the man down for Victoria.
So Doyle will be released. And Plummy looks for it, gets it. Oh, Glutene, here's his chance.
Here we go, let it fly, Al, let it fly.
Oh, he's just pulled out. The crowd wanted it. The crowd wanted to see Glutene just let one rip, but wasn't a be. No. And Templeton steps on, looks down. Kroll with the ball. Oh, good Lord.
Great vision there from Trav Kroll. How about the patience on him?
I'll tell you, that hurt. That did hurt.
Bang.
Oh, that's off the bar. Tink, tink. And it's going to be a Victorian ball again. Oh, Plummy's just given one there in the middle to Smedley. Just a nice little love tap through just to make sure he's wearing his pads, I think. Just, nice one-handed take. And gets tied up. Mark Slow. And ball looks inside, not to be. Few bodies. Oliver with the ball, but Hall will get the ball back. Rolls, flies, and that's going to almost run out the shot clock.
Still 1 second if he can get one on. Ooh, not sure what the keeper was doing there. Deshaun just let that one go, and as they say in cricket, there's good leaves and bad leaves. That one turned out to be a good one.
Tell you what, I'm very adept to the bad leaves in my cricket career. That's why I became a bowler. You know what? If you set the bar low, the expectations aren't high. So, Mello with the ball. Nice little inside look there to Wood. Oh, still a contest here. Dan Hall picks it up. Oh, looks up. Oh, look. Pumbaa's just saying, look, you go. Finds Freeman. Freeman looks down. Fires. Whoa, that's off the bar too. Tink.
Nearly too many options there for Victoria.
And they've got a full 30 back on the clock. Shot there from Freeman, actually. That one, the last one was better. I'd rather see it hit the bar than the keeper in the middle of his stomach.
Yeah, spot on.
And back comes the ball for WA. We got, what, 2:40 left on this one in the third quarter. It's been 1-1 quarter as Doyle goes about his work on Miller. And it's almost like they've, not that they've both taken the foot off the gas, but there's certainly not as much intensity out there at the moment.
Yeah, probably a bit of fatigue setting in. I think it is a warm day out there. And both sides have played a few games.
And WA running a much shorter bench than Victoria, so that's obviously going to take its toll in this weather. Looks down to Kroll, up to Lucas. Gives it back there to Hawley. Hawley looking for someone. Kroll's the man. Kroll, great little feed on the bottom corner.
Needs to get one off here. 3 on the shot clock. Boston Gutierrez just fires one off.
And he doesn't mind firing him, Lucas, does he?
Yeah, exactly right. Probably a little beyond his range out there, but it's not going to matter.
I mean,
I think the Vic boys just feel a little hard done by the looks of it.
There's a penalty coming here.
Yeah, Caleb Paul was pretty happy with that penalty their way, just saying that we got one. So
Nicholas Ho for a hold for 2 minutes. So what they don't want to do is score here because it'll release the penalty.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean,
you know, they're twofold, isn't it?
Yeah, spot on.
And Plum will take the ball. 1:52 in the clock, 2 minutes on the penalty. So they'll start the fourth quarter unless there's a score here with an advantage in numbers. Good opportunity, and I think they're probably, or Ratchie, he's not used to being in a man-up situation. This is what they'll want to be looking at, won't they, for tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly right. No, Greg Mollison just shift the magnets around on the whiteboard, and why not when you've got plays like that out there, that's for sure.
Well, you can see why Kroll was in that man-up. He just, right spot, right place, great feed, and just a little tap over the shoulder, and Kroll gets himself another one.
Exactly right. Yeah, you know, one of those ones that can probably rotate in and out of that man-up, and you know, once he's out there, you can just see how comfortable he is. Nice little finish to put that one away. Extend the lead back out to 11 for Victoria.
Penalty released.
So we've got the clock running now. And break in the middle. So it's going to be Victoria that come away with possession once again.
They just have this feel that they want another one before the quarter time. They do. They're now 2-1 up for the quarter. And they look like they just, you know, a bit of coasting here and there. But I think nice look inside the hole. And you're right. That's where they wanted to be.
Yeah, spot on. And now we've seen Caleb Paul, the distributor, the last couple of days. He gets on the receiving end this time from Marcus Arambatsis, who he'd probably looking towards an MVP medal, potentially.
Absolutely.
Marcus Arambatsis. He'd be right in contention,
yeah.
The young man.
Most certainly would out there. Although with the keeper with 2 penalty saves, I'll tell you what.
That's a very good point as well, yeah.
But that's what they get paid for, keepers. Ball out the back. Pumba picks the ball up. Oh, a little inside step. Wood pops up. Oh, here he is.
Here we go.
Oh, that's going to be a hold. And we'll see the hold there. And he's just come out of the penalty box there as Nicholas Ho. And he's going to end up back in there.
So with the running clock, it looks like we're going to run out this quarter. We've got Richard Gore getting the butter knife reference out there as well. How good is that? So we'll just wait for the call.
Cross check.
So it's going to be Richard Ho, 7 minutes, and yeah, the butter knife's gone global by the sounds of it, reaching all corners.
Hey, nothing like something sticking, because butter doesn't stick to anything.
Exactly right.
It doesn't. 17-5. One more.
Yeah, so 3/4 time, 17-5. Victoria lead it.
And
they're pretty much...
Victoria just getting a couple back there. They just had that feel that they wanted to just, you know what, assert their muscle. They wanted to puff the chest just at the last minute there.
Yeah, exactly right. We talked about Western Australia trying to come away with, a quarter win or something like that, and they did so well for a couple of minutes, until a couple of minutes to go in that third quarter. But Victoria putting the foot down once again, and they're showing why they'll go into tomorrow's final, I think, as the favourites.
Definitely, definitely. Is Greg Mollison happy with that quarter?
I think he's probably happy with the last couple of minutes. He'd be pretty disappointed with the amount of penalties, I reckon. They would have had 5 to 6 nearly in that quarter, I would have thought. So that's something that they'll have to just keep in check for tomorrow. The tension's boiling over, probably getting the better of them occasionally in that term. But I'm sure that that's something that they'll put a focus on for the final, not to repeat.
Yeah, here. But as this game sort of, look, it's out now. We've got a running clock. We will have for the last quarter, out by 12 goals, Victoria. We probably start to put some focus on the next game in hand. And while these two teams will battle out the last quarter, I can just look over your back shoulder there, Lockie, and see in the WA girls just going through a bit of a talk about the game and how they are and what they want to do. So
yeah, exactly right. It's good to see, probably a bit of visualisation, what they want to do when they get out there. I'm sure that Victorians are probably doing something similar as well. So it'd actually be interesting to see whether Greg Mollison coaches out this game, to be honest.
I was just about to say the same thing. See, that's why we think so well.
So I think he probably might. I think he's still there addressing the team.
He is. He's standing the other side of the fence, but given the fact that he's coaching both sides, at what point does he go, right, I've got to switch my mind off this one and go to tomorrow?
Look, if I were him, I'd probably be giving the final address now and then leaving the trusty hands of Rod Marr.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rod's
a smart operator.
Exactly, and you've got a 12-goal lead, dead rubber. I believe in the hands of Rocket, and then turn your attention to the final. We've got 5:15 or 5:17 here now in Melbourne. It's a 6 o'clock final, I believe.
So 6 o'clock start.
So it's really not that long away.
And they may extend that slightly given the amount of drinks breaks and that we've had. But well, given the fact that the WA girls are out there and it's 45 minutes to go to the start, you'd start to see these girls starting to probably be more around.
Yeah, exactly right.
And what's going on, and
just a quick one on the women's before we get going as well, Tony. It'd be interesting to see what happens with a coin toss and which way you decide to shoot, because we've had the 8 o'clock time slot for the last game of the day during this week, but we'll probably be in that awkward time. We'll be out in the middle playing when that sun is setting. So if you're down facing towards the sun in that next game, it could be a big tipping point potentially.
100%, because we've been commentating the last couple of nights, and you see the sun come down, and it's about that 7:45, 8 o'clock mark where it's there, and by that stage we're going to potentially be in the probably late third quarter, fourth. So if you're shooting that way in the fourth, or you get the opportunity, you know what? It's just that little 1%er, isn't it?
Yeah, so often it doesn't really make a difference, but one just to keep an eye on as we return our attention back out here.
Yep. But again, the guys the last couple of nights when they've been warming up that end, who have had that end, have said they can't see a thing while they warm up. So we saw WA turn the cage to the side last night while they were warming up.
Yeah, exactly right. Just something to consider for both teams as we're not too far away.
And down the back, just running the penalty clock out, was Lucas Wood. And Victoria just in a man-up situation. And subs coming. Look, Greg's still staying in the box there. So unless there's been a slight change in timing to allow, everything to happen, which actually makes it worse for the conversation that we just had.
Yeah, and to be fair, Greg will... he's got his daughter Megan as assistant coach, so you have plenty of trust and faith in her to get the preparations right. And how about Tim Ratchie? He wasn't the cuddly teddy bear there, was he?
And Muxlow and Ratchie just he just picked up Benny's stick, and I think he said, "Oh, it's caught." I didn't say it. And Muxlow's gonna end up in the box. Okay, so WA with 2 penalties now. Oh, so he's given him for the hold. So, Ratch. So what we don't want to see here is WA get another penalty, mate. We might see another penalty shot.
Yeah, that second should be released.
Oh, Ratch says, no, we're not going to worry about that.
There we go.
Release that penalty. You know what? Didn't mean it, Benj. And out you come.
Yeah, so in the space of a couple of seconds, that first penalty release for WA and the second release from the goal as well. So
yeah.
2 down to even strength in a couple of seconds.
And I'm sure Benj and Ratchy will have a chat about that. They've been great mates over the years.
Yeah, definitely.
But probably the quickest penalty Benji's ever served in his life. Oh, I tell you what.
It's a couple of times that he's done that, Aaron Aldred. Just the maybe just getting sucked into the referees. I know that they're told to break up the whistle, and you don't want to be too repetitive. Broncos gets a shot off.
Oh, a little soccer. That's the way you do it, Pumba.
Bit of World Cup fever out there.
Tell you what, doesn't matter how they go in. And Aldred with the ball, which is where he thought he would have had it the first time. It's Plum. Kicks the ball up the top. Aaron Batsis. Plum. Just stepping in. Oh, gives it to the butter knife and slippery out there, that one.
Yeah, still yet to hit the scoreboard. Unusual in an 18-goal score for Victoria at the moment.
Well, he's been 4s and 3s and over the last couple of days. So, you know, maybe they've been watching the ALN footage back, mate, and oh, that hurt. And he's just going, how many times? So, Tom Lane goes, yep, I'm going to have a sub right now. As Nicholas Ho comes on. So, ball on the top. Looks down. Oh, great pickup. Off the bar. Oh, Plummy. Put that one on the highlight reels.
Yeah, you probably want to take that one again, I would imagine.
Yep.
Chris Plum.
So, okay. Broncos with the ball, just kicks it off. Looks to Wood. And Woody, he's had a good tournament, Wood.
Yeah, certainly has. Kept trying today. They've tried a couple of different things. Tried that 4 zone with the man out the back. Didn't quite work, but you like to see they've really tried.
Smedley with a penalty there too. So Vic will maybe for another hold. We'll wait and see. Cross check. No, cross check. Okay, so Smedley with a cross check for 2 minutes. So Plummy will start at the top, and let's see whether the big fella wants to put another one in as quickly as he did last time. Ball moving really well from Victoria. Oh, just misses the top corner there. Oh, Ratch just stepping in. Great pick off there from Muxlow.
Yeah, I was about to say before that interception there, they've been really crisp on those cross-crease passes, have Victoria, finding the lanes really well and you know, finishing more times than not.
That's twice in a row.
I
have some of that, Darren Ricketts. And back they go. Muxlow with another opportunity here. Steps down. He's under pressure. Glutene. And Muxlow says, thank you. Finally, I got one. Benny Muxlow hits the deck. Keith Nyberg gets up and goes and gives him a bit of a good job, Benj. Hey.
Yeah, making up for the one earlier there, Ben Muxlow really thought about it through this time and took Sheedy all the way across and found the empty space.
He's given it all, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he does that,
has.
Benj. I mean, that's 2 interceptions in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's,
you know,
yeah. That's a great reward for effort down the other end as well.
And especially when you're 18-6 down.
Yeah.
You know, you're 8 minutes and a bit to go in the last, and now he's going to take a face-off.
It looks like he's on a bit of a treadmill out there.
Is there anything this Muxlow guy can't do? Face-offs, defence, pick-offs, goals. Oh, sorry, penalties.
And still putting his head over it. Still winning.
There he goes again. Has he got 2? Bang! Bit of that. Have some of that. Benji says, please, somebody.
Yeah, this would be good to see a few gold jerseys up there in support, but Just dropping back in there on that occasion.
Oh, bang. Good hit, good take. Good work there from Ho. Took the body. Oh, good look from Mental. Oh, that's great ball movement. That is slick ball movement.
Yeah, you can't do much about that as a keeper. Just the bang, bang, bang. You're going one way, then the other, then the other. You don't know where it's going. So, yeah, fantastic ball movement from Victoria. And Travis Kroll in the end of it once again.
Just made his job easy, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly right.
Tell you what, I'm going to get Hawley to feed me every time that I'm near the goal, because if he feeds them like that, and they're going to have a drinks break, 7.5 to go. So face-off about to be taken from Smedley and Mildred, but they just have a conversation. They said, well, why don't you call it after the goal instead of waiting for us to get here?
Yeah.
And WA coming towards us, and Vic just getting around the keeper here.
Yeah, I think Brent made some chat, so you could stop the penalties, but you couldn't stop that one.
Yeah.
What's going on out there? Just high expectations of him out there.
Yeah, here. But I like the fact they've come out and squirted him down. Hey, looked a bit like the NFL there, where they come out and just, every person's got a water.
That's it.
Water person.
Good teamwork.
Yeah. Yeah. So Victoria would be pretty happy here. WA just starting to meld behind us for the women's, and 7.5 to go in this one. We got a 19-6 game. Running clock will happen, and we look forward to tomorrow also for the men's competition. We'll be bringing it all to you live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network.
Certainly will.
And I'll tell you, there's one thing that I know for sure. WA won't be taking over the men's title as the current holders.
Yes, it's heading back a little further east, South Australia or Victoria. We're taking that one home. I'm sure TK will still have a couple of digs left.
Yeah, I'm sure TK's on, watching chat, and listening, and you know what, he'll make it a way to say that, oh shit, we forgot the trophy. It's still in WA. We'll get it back to you maybe in 26. But yeah, it's one of those things. We're going to see a new champion in the men's, and same thing in the women's.
Yeah, exactly right. Numero uno, who's going to have their name first.
Bragging rights, isn't it? And I believe I did see a trophy in there.
Yeah, well,
a fine-looking piece of silverware.
It'd be pretty special having your name number one at the very top on there. That'd be a pretty amazing feeling.
We've got to think in most competitions, you've got to go back 100 years.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know.
And good body there from Brendan Freeman.
Head
over it.
You know what? Lucas Wood did a great job there. He did.
Yeah, plenty of care over him.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? And again, those two boys both been training with the Aussie men's team. So, they know each other fairly well, been playing around. Oh, I thought that was glute day for a second, but it wasn't.
So, MVP thoughts. MVP thoughts so far, Tony. What are you thinking?
I think you know what? For me, from Victoria, I've really liked Hall's game.
Yep.
Lucas Parsons has worn a couple. The ball movement, but then again, Aaron Battis, the finisher. Even Kroll, you know what? In a limited role that he does, he stood up. He's been as good as he could possibly be in that role. And for me, WA, you know what? I probably can't go past Benji Muxlow.
Yeah, just the effort and the determination you've seen. It's it's worth nearly another player out there, really. The work rate that he puts in, it's been fantastic to watch.
I'd like to say Chris Blum with a couple of his antics, but you know what? When he missed that ground ball over there, he probably lost my vote. He'll love me for saying that. Oh, here we go, and almost on cue, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Crowley?
Exactly right. He's that medal up for grabs, nearly putting his name back in there.
Looks up the top, nice finish down there from the big man in Tim Ratchie.
I haven't seen too much of Tim Ratchie, but when he's been out there, he's played a key role once again. And
we saw Bronkhurst actually got a penalty there, but been released with the goal, so didn't spend too long in there. It's always nice when that happens. Not the fact that you can see the goal, but nice not to have to sit in there and watch something, and you can get back to the box.
Yeah, exactly right. And just one for me for WA as well. I thought Adam Smedley's done a good job in the middle as well. So really neutralised well, and you know, coming away with a few wins as well. You know, nearly on that occasion as well.
Just nearly saw Mark Slow, Hall, Ho. No, sorry, that was Lane. And Mark Slow. Every time I look up, I feel like I'm saying his name.
Yeah, he's certainly been everywhere, that's for sure.
So Benj with the ball, just kicks it over to Lucas and stays out. It'll tell you his the fitness level that he has, because yeah, he's certainly you know, the effort's down there. Maybe it's just starting to tire because he missed that pass as I talk about him. I'm talking him up and he misses it by 3 metres.
Yeah, he's had a couple of gut-busting runs and efforts out there, so you can imagine, yeah, plenty of fatigue in those legs at the moment.
Yep. And we've got about 4 1/4 to go here in the time. Someone's lost a stick and a glove. Oh, here we go again. Muxlow. You know what they say? Meatloaf says 2 out of 3 ain't bad, and 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And I'll tell you what, Meatloaf's also singing. He also said I'd have to do anything for love, and Benji probably doesn't have to do that, but Meatloaf would. And Benji Muxlow gets another one. Misses the penalty, misses the easy one.
That's it. What a way to make up for it. He certainly learned from that first one, didn't he? So another 2, and yeah, making the best of him.
Just go, no, you go. Oh, hang on. I thought he was telling Smedley, you just go, and I want to take the face off. So timeout called here. 10-7 is the score. 3:28 to go in the 4th.
I think a little disbelief on Aaron Aldridge's face once again.
Did.
You're telling me that I have to go all the way out there again?
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Yeah. It's, yeah, 3.5 left in this one.
Yeah.
13 goal deficit.
I don't know whose disbelief was better. The referee, Aldred, or us sitting here going, what? But you know what? You've got them in your bag. May as well use them.
Exactly right. It's one of those things. They've got some momentum now. Western Australia, you know, try and capitalise on it and finish with a flourish.
Yep. And yeah, no, fantastic. You know what? And there's some fun times in this game, aren't there? You can, you know what? Even though it's tough and whatever, there's some. It's the greatest game on earth, lacrosse.
It certainly is.
So as Victoria come back out, Smedley, Aldred. I mean, this is a coach where you call another one if you've got one up your sleeve, just to
really get under their skin, yeah.
Or you say they're round the wrong way, they set the wrong way and watch the. But oh, and a break. Yep, Aldred with the ball. Okay, so they're looking at this again. So Lucas is coming up. They're going to play a zone here. WA didn't work last time when the cutter came through the middle. But as the ball's down the back and as he releases it off, Lucas Plum, little inside, Kroll with an opportunity. Good work there from Arabatas. Can't see what's going on. Up to Hall. Plum, he's gone left, he's gone right, but no good night. And Kroll comes around and fires high.
Little flamingo there, just the one-legged, on the one leg trying to put that one away, no luck.
And 8 seconds. He doesn't need to be asked, Chris Plum, to shoot. Aaron Batsis just off, and Plum nearly got, nearly Plummy. Yeah, Plum again, just as the whistle went. Just a little pop over the top, but not to be. And WA with an opportunity here. And the ball will, he looked to kick down the bottom because he thought Woody was going to be down there then, but Mellor had no one there, and he goes, okay, I'll give it back up the top. Oh, looks inside, rode the bump well, and Opportunity here for Mellor. Wood.
Couple of seconds on
Wood
the shot
fire.
clock. So
Wood.
to fire the Hail Mary.
Downtown. Tell you what, that's three-point land right there. Luke Wood. And he can shoot, can't he?
I think the WA guys are asking, can we have a couple for that one? And how many is that worth? So
yeah, I would have thought there was. I thought that was a three-point shot from the commentators, but it was only one. But you do like the arse, don't you?
yes, exactly right.
And running clock here. We've got about 1:20 to go, and this one's just going to end up. And Victoria, you know what? They'll probably want to get another one here. Muxlow just not giving up, is he? Oh. And still in there, and here it is, pile on.
I think everyone had lost sight of where the ball was there.
So, running clock, 55 seconds.
Yeah, so we've got Keith Nyberg letting us know that potentially there was a second ball dropped into play, maybe.
Oh, really?
Maybe it fell out of an official's pocket or maybe out of the box. Maybe one of the Victorian boys is playing a little bit of, bit of a game out there, just dropping one out the side of their box. Who knows what's going on there? So,
well, there's something, you know what? This game always just surprises you, doesn't it?
Bit of mischief out there, potentially.
Well, you've got to think there's probably been dropped out by the Victorian box. You'd have to think so, wouldn't you?
You would imagine. There's a couple of wry smiles on a few faces in there. I'm looking at Dan Hall.
And
He's
it looks
not
like they're going to give the ball to Victoria. All right. The funny thing is there were two balls on the field there. So it looks like someone's dropped the ball over the fence. No one knew what they were fighting for. Yep. So goal ball here. You'd want to secure those balls now, wouldn't you?
I would have thought so. Exactly right.
What a play, though. If that's the case, and you nearly got away with it,
yeah, we'll have to,
nearly had possession.
We'll have to do some investigating after this match, I think.
We'll probably see that more on a camera from that angle because they were right there. Just to see if anyone's just dropped one. Oh, Woody, again, had an opportunity.
So last chance now.
More Lucas Parsons.
Got 20 seconds to get to the other end.
And it'll probably take him about 4. He wants to be, looks down. Great pickup. Oh, mental. Nice pirouette there on the one knee.
So 3 on the shot clock. Can he fire from here? He certainly likes it here from Lucas Parsons. Quinty out.
Yep, and that is over, and the ball's nearly back in the Victorian box where it probably started, the second one. And WA just finding their way down to their goalkeeper, and Victoria as well, and 20-8 was the score, and ended up being a bit of a blowout, but not the worst game in the world to watch.
Exactly right. Yeah, just that second quarter, once again, the Victorians putting away there. Not sorry, the first quarter today, but yeah, they did the job early, and WA sort of fought their way back into it late, made a bit of a contest of it, but yeah, the damage done in the opening stages, and Victoria, they're looking pretty ominous ahead of tomorrow's final against South Australia. They
are indeed, and now we are about to see the. I was just getting online just to see if what everyone was just saying at the end of the game here. And just having a little bit of a read, and it's sorry I've missed a few comments. That the things were really good.
Fantastic.
So Brendan Sheedy said save son goalies rule, so he's obviously very happy with that. Stop talking up Nicholas Sheedy. I'll never shut him up, says Brendan. So you know what, we've got to do it. Michael Pendock, g'day buddy, hope you're well. No Benji, no WA. There's the call. Well, I don't think that was the case. There's a few other players out there who did exceptionally well today. Shix is watching. M. Muxlow says, calm down, Tony. His head is big enough. So I don't know whether they go home and watch this, M, but maybe he might. And he says he's had 2 months off injured. Well, it hasn't looked like it. And I'll tell you what, he might need 2 months off to look after the new baby once he gets home, so you can go out and enjoy yourself. And Grant Semler says lots of green and gold helmets amongst that lot. Yes, there was. as the boys shake hands here. And we start to turn our attentions now to the MVPs of this game. You're still on the where you were before?
Yeah, if I were to take maybe a bit of a smoky, I'll stick with Smedley for WA, and for Victoria, pretty even contribution. I mean, probably we'll lean Marcus Arambatsis. He scored early and dominated when the game was there to be won.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think you're right, Arambatsis, when the game was on the line and early, he was the one that really said, boys, get on my shoulders, and I'm going to put you in the game here and give you the best opportunity. I think, across the board, I mean, Hawley was very good, there was a lot of good work done by him to bring, and he shot goals today, and others brought him into the game. As the MVPs just start to get ready. But yeah, I don't know. You're right, the smoky in the middle. Mate, I think I'm a fan of Muxlow. But we're about to find out. And all I can say is the butter knife, 0.
Yeah, it's an interesting one that South Australia, I'm sure, will be taking plenty of notes on. They'll want to keep it that way for tomorrow, that's for sure.
Yep. So they're just conferring out there here for the MVPs, both coaches. Oh, so Muxlow. Interesting conversation with Muxlow. Can he give it to himself?
Yeah, it is very interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I hadn't considered that. So.
There you go, mate. You're all over it, aren't you?
Yeah, so good game in the middle there from Smedley, and yeah.
He was indeed.
Deserved winner.
Yeah, absolutely, and well deserved. Yep, there we go. So Arambatsis.
Yeah, good game there from Marcus Arambatsis. Scored early when it mattered, had his stick broken in the process, and just a great example of this Victorian team is that, an up-and-coming player, but they've got avenues to goal all over the place.
And have you got a tip for me in Cranbourne tonight, mate? Because I'll tell you what, if you're picking them like that, I'll take anything at 100 to 1.
I'll have to have a look, mate.
Yeah, that's good. All right, as we wrap the game up here between WA and Victoria, we'd like to thank Benny Stone up there on the camera. Done a great job up there. He's probably getting blown around a bit given the wind that we're feeling. Mr. Scotty Gill, as always, done a fantastic job. And Lachlan Williams, thank you very much. You're going to leave us now for the women's game, but you'll be back tomorrow for the men's.
Yeah, that's it, mate. In good hands for the next match, mate. And can't wait to see this next contest unfold. I'll be sitting in the bleachers enjoying this one, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for a great final day of competition down here.
Well, you go on internal ice. Get ready for tomorrow. It's been, again, as always, it's fantastic to commentate with you, mate. We will get this women's game underway. But for now, we might just go to a break until the sticks are swinging, and the first ever women's final for box lacrosse at a Nationals. I've been Tony Watts. We'll see you very shortly.